live.
Steve behind the lens with a steady hand, telling stories of the law across the land. Lights and sirens fade, but the stories remain. Lessons from the street in a digital domain. LV cops, TV shining bright and true. Now it's Bryon and Steve bringing it to you. Chasing shadows in the Vegas night. Now they teach the world wrong from right. Old scars still ache, but the mission's clear. Through the lens they fight to persevere. Lights and sirens fade, but the stories remain. Lessons from the street in a digital domain. LV cops, TV shining bright and true. Now it's Bryon and Steve bringing it to you.
What happened?
You're live.
What happened? Oh, what? What's up, Ride Alongs? Welcome to the live. Steve, we'll talk about what just happened. Saturday, August 22nd. Sorry, 2026. Welcome. I know it's been a while. It's been a minute. But we're back now, and that's all that matters. So, can everybody hear me? First off, it's good to see everybody. I'm over here dancing away, and yeah. Everybody good? Can you hear me? Thumbs up. Steve, all the levels are good? All right, so today,
I can hear
good,
you.
Steve? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Just making sure everything's good before we continue. You know how LV Cops TV rolls. Sometimes we have a lot of technical difficulties. But anyway, we have a big case to talk about today. Lindsay, Clancy. And guess what, people? We're going back to Boston. Yeah, we're going back to Boston. We're going back to Boston. So it's a big case in the country. And there's a lot to talk about with this case. It touches mental health. It touches violence. It touches domestic violence. It touches unaliving. Touches a lot of things, and it's a touchy case. So we might ruffle some feathers today. But again, today, my wife and I are going to just have a discussion about this case, and we'll get into that more. But first, I wanted to introduce Melissa, my wife, right? Been together 30 years. We've been through hell and back 1,000 times together. Cop wife. She was a great cop wife. College. She's paralegal for a lot of years at a great law firm in Philly. And she's a law nerd, as we all are, kind of. So, and it's her birthday today. So, taking a couple hours out of her birthday to join us here today. So, Melissa, welcome. Can we get a round of applause? Happy birthday. Thank you. I broke a bone in my wrist, jiu-jitsu, of course. So, you know, a couple weeks. Sucks. What are you going to do? So anyway. I know. Melissa, good to have you. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me ride alongs.
So the Lindsay case happened kind of like the Karen Reed case. We were sitting having dinner, right? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about Karen Reed. And then obviously the rest is history. But last week we were sitting talking about this case. And I don't know anything about this case, people, okay? On purpose. I could have done a whole bunch of research, but I didn't. Why? We're going to talk about this case today. And we're not trying to prove guilt or innocence, or we're not trying to prove anything. This is just our opinion, but I'm a cop and she was a paralegal. So I said, you know what? Let's have this discussion on camera. Tell me why it's not murder in the first. Because when I heard it right off the bat, I was like, it's murder in the first. But there's a lot to it. And then we have a lot of stories. Through my personal training and experience, I have stuff that might change some people's opinion, right? Do we even dare say supernatural? Do we? Demonic? I don't know. But you'll see. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So It's not going to be a lot of no video. It's really just a discussion between us two, and I think hopefully it'll open your guys' eyes up to the case and maybe change a couple people's opinions. We're going to go over some other people's opinions of this, and should be fun. Now, because of the severity of this case, I figured maybe we should start off with something a little light, something a little funny, right? So these parents called the cops because this slide seemed very dangerous. And the cop went down the slide to make sure it was safe for the kids. So, Steve, whenever you can, let's roll it. Let's get some levity going. Yeah. Now, I would do the same thing. This would be me. Yeah, play it again. Play it again. I gotta hear it one more time. All right, never mind. Oh, that makes me laugh. See, that's a good officer. You got to go down. You got to check and see if it's safe for the kids. Oh, I could see. I would do something for that for the kids, you know. And then I would hope somebody would get that on camera for me, and then I would play it because it's funny. And if it's funny, even if it's you, it's funny. So, all right. This is for a second here. All right, we got people in the chat. So if you have any questions about this, maybe
wait till the end.
Yeah, well, we're going to wait to the end because we're not going to take questions from the chat and during the discussion because we're just going to kind of motor through it. Save your questions for the end, and if you want, do something like put a big red question mark in the front and the end, so that way we can see it's a question and Steve can grab it and we can talk about it. And then we'll do questions after we can talk, catch up with everybody, see what everybody's been up to, all that stuff. So could be a little while, but at the beginning, it's just going to be Melissa and I talking about some stuff. So
I do want to say thank you for the happy birthday wishes, everybody in the chat. I appreciate those.
All right. So let's talk about, you ready? She's nervous.
I'm ready.
She's very nervous. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Take a breath, relax.
You don't want to offend people, but also
Relax.
saying the truth and love is important. Right?
Correct.
You're really low.
Should we move it over? Put it in the middle.
In the middle?
Yeah. Or maybe, yeah, try in the middle. She's very nervous. A lot of people don't want to be on camera. A lot of people don't want to be on YouTube. A lot of people don't want their opinions out there. Opinions.
What's happening?
Steve's in here, causing a ruckus. I see that. That's why you're always in the other room.
Is it me?
That's why that's right. Get out of here. Causing chaos in
Is
here.
that better?
I think it's not on the right mic.
Speak up. What?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, people. Sorry.
You know it's only top secret.
No, it's the volume down. Yeah, volume's all the way down. It's like aliens were coming for us or something. High frequency pitch. Good to see everybody. Tina King, the Goodmans. Nice to see you all. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I suck. I know. But Melissa was very nervous, and like I was saying, a lot of people don't want to be on YouTube. They don't want their opinions heard. Opinions bother people. We might bother some of you today. My opinion, her opinion. Yeah, that's good.
It's better.
Yeah, and just speak up a little bit if you can.
Real.
Check.
Check. Can everybody hear me?
She good? Speak up.
Chat. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Good.
I see nothing. But I'm behind.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Behind.
So we might offend people today, and I don't care because it's our opinion. We're not trying to. We're going to dish out some facts, And as we have always said, facts don't care about your feelings, right? So I think you guys know where I stand in a lot of things. So No, you're very low. Speak up. Check. Check. Check.
Check, check. Check, check, check. Check it, check it, check it.
Good. Just speak up. That's all. All right.
Mm.
So, how did you hear about this case?
Well, you know, I'm a law nerd, so I watch
Correct.
everything.
Yep.
I don't like to go by other people's opinions.
Yep.
I always like to have my own opinion because God gave me a brain and I like to use it.
As we should all.
And I never go into a case thinking somebody is guilty. However, if the person has admitted it, now it's just sort of semantics, right? We're just
Kind of.
It's like, oh, was she in her right mind when she did it, or was she not? And I'm also a mother of 4.
Correct.
Right? So I've had 4 pregnancies, 4
Mhm.
babies, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, it seems to be exposing a lot of unusual opinions, especially of the women in the United States. So
We're going to talk about that.
yes.
I saw a lot of TikTok. What are they called? Not memes, but
Oh yeah, it's
just a
opinions.
opinion, I guess. Yeah,
Opinions,
opinion.
the people
When they
have-
write down what they think, and some of it, yeah, it's kind of unbelievable.
So
like,
you want to know what
Some
I
of it is just is incredibly unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
Sorry to talk over you.
no, it's okay. So but how did you? So you heard about it from Court TV? I'm assuming, or you're watching.
They said I'm muffled.
You're muffled.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hold the
let's
mic up
try.
somewhere.
Here, let's try putting it. Let's try putting it.
Tap on it and see if it's actually on.
No, it's not on.
Tap on yours, Bryon.
You want me to give her mine? I'll take that one, since I talk loud.
Well, it's not on.
Why do we always
Yeah,
have?
it sounds like I'm off mic. Sorry, guys. Just a
Sorry,
second.
guys. It wouldn't be LV Cops TV without.
When you, how
some,
about if I hold-
some
Can you hear me
technical
now if I talk in it like this? Can you hear me now?
Can you guys hear now? Is that better? It should be on. I mean, we've been using the same mics for years.
Somebody said God didn't give everyone a brain. Oh.
That is true. That is, and we're going to get into that. Trust me. I'm probably going to get angry today. I don't want to get angry,
Don't
but
get angry.
there's some idiots out there, like
I think this is behind.
purely stupid.
Well, I can't put my headphones on because
I know about Melanie. I've watched Melanie.
Melanie
before.
Little? Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's been following her for years.
speak.
Speak.
Hello, hello.
Blow on it.
Blow.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay. She's whistling.
Is it working? Thank you for the birthday wishes, Debbie.
All right. Should be good. All right. Better audio? Okay. Yeah,
Somebody
better
took
than the
whole day.
feedback. Yeah, we don't want the feedback. Feedback sucks.
Hey, Summer's here in the chat. Hot Dottie, Gucci Cloud. That's our daughter.
That's our daughter. Yep.
And our other daughter, Melted Sugar, was in there.
Melted sugar.
Melted Sugar. Thank you, Ember. Thank you, Summer.
Mhm.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
All right, we ready?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
get
so
started.
Lindsay Clancy. She's 36.
Mm-hmm.
She was a labor and delivery nurse for 9 years.
L&D. Okay.
She married her husband Patrick in 2016, and they had 3 children. At the time of their deaths, they were 5, 3, and 8 months.
Hold on a
Sorry.
second. 5, 3, and 8 months.
Yeah. So Cora was 5, Dawson was 3, and Callan was 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
And she's being charged with 3 counts of. Can you say the M word on here? I don't even know.
Unalivement.
Yeah.
3 counts of. We know first degree.
Oh wait.
Are they going first degree? Strangulation. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can say that. We can say that.
Okay.
Um,
And then 3
so-
counts or suffocation.
So the charges is 3 counts of murder 1
Mm-hmm.
by
Well, I
strength.
didn't see 1. I just saw
Well, murder.
on the
Okay.
complaint.
3 open murder. 3 counts of murder and strangulation, but that's the elements of the murder. Are they going with? I didn't see any of it, so that's why I'm asking. Is strangulation in there?
Yes.
Okay, because murder is murder.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, that's the way that they were
Okay. All right.
I'm alive.
So how did they, well, let's talk about the scene.
Okay.
Let's talk about the scene. So and she watched all the court, right? And you saw a lot of the videos.
Yeah.
So
And I just want to say, I'm not watching any of the lawyers who are covering it right now, like Lawyer Lee, Melanie Little. I'm not watching them because I'm not watching Peter, because I want to make my own opinion. Like sometimes I will watch those if I already have an opinion, like with Karen Reed. I watched that with Emily,
right.
you know,
Mhm.
but I still watched all the trial coverage myself to make my own opinion. So I know people in there are saying, watch so-and-so, watch so-and-so. And yeah, those are all
Yeah.
great. So, but I just like to make my own opinion.
Correct. Sometimes on court TV, you just have the court.
Yeah.
So this way you don't have anybody else speaking, kind of swaying you either way, or you know what I mean? Yeah, commentary.
Yeah.
It's just you and the lawyers and the evidence.
Yeah.
So I like that. Yeah.
So basically what happened is after her baby born, Callan, she said she was having postpartum depression.
Okay.
And so, so she never had I'm going to put this in air quotes, mental health history before, except for in nursing school when she took Prozac and Wellbutrin. I believe it was her attorney said it was because she was nervous public speaking.
Okay, hold on. So she's labor and delivery nurse.
Right.
And she was diagnosed postpartum.
She wasn't diagnosed with that.
Okay, so she just self-diagnosed.
Well, here's the thing. She's been in and out seeing a lot of doctors, a lot of psychiatrists. And what I've learned from watching this trial is, well, psychiatry, it's just my opinion, your opinion, my opinion, your opinion, my opinion, your opinion.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the scene.
Okay.
So what did she do? Why did she get arrested? What did she do?
So she had her husband go to, I think it was a Walgreens, and get a medication that she wanted for one of her children. And she had him go to a restaurant that they didn't usually order takeout from.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, I didn't cook today, you know. And he was like, okay, fine, I'll pick up this food.
Right.
And
that
apparently,
happens.
I guess it was like 54 minutes away, which was kind of hard to discern while I was watching the trial. But that's my understanding. It was about 50, so almost an hour.
Yeah.
Almost an hour, not just the restaurant, but him making the whole cycle through everything.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, she went down to the basement. I guess she separated the older children. So it was a 5 and 3-year-old, I think. She separated them, and then she slowly unalived each of them.
Okay.
One of the children.
Were they all in the same room?
No, they were not. They were all in the basement. It was a finished basement. It wasn't just like a creepy cellar.
So were they all separate?
One of the children was found in the husband's office in the basement. And then the other two were found in like, I guess like a rec room part of the basement with a couch and everything.
Mm. All three of them were the same way?
Yeah, well, with different exercise bands around their necks.
Different strengths?
Yeah,
I'm
different
assuming?
strengths. Mm-hmm.
So different colors.
Different colors,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they come in different colors. So she used exercise bands.
And they were like the tubed kind, not like the long ones.
Not like the fabric kind, not like this, right?
Yeah, not flat.
They were the round tubes.
Round tubes, yeah.
Tubular.
Yeah.
All right. So she used those three on all three kids.
Yeah. One of the children, I believe it was the youngest, was able to be, he never had any like brain activity, I think it was. So they were trying to resuscitate him, but obviously at the hospital, he was pronounced. So he wasn't really pronounced at the scene.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and while she
okay.
And she can remember and she can recount the whole evening.
Does she remember doing the deed?
Yes.
Everything about it?
Yes.
All three kids?
Yes. She remembers what she said to them. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, she hasn't testified. I don't know if she's going to take the stand. She probably isn't, but
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You never take the stand. Nobody.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing you could do. Okay. So
you want to talk about the scene now? Oh, wait, I forgot this part. Got pills, crushed up a bunch of pills, took the pills, the medication she had been prescribed, and she did superficial wounds. Now I say superficial because on their own they wouldn't have been enough to cause death. So her wrist,
Okay.
her
Superficial.
neck. So the doctor said it did go through the fatty tissue,
Okay.
but not deep enough on their own. And then she went out the window, the second story window.
She cut herself here.
Yeah. About 20 feet down, they
Ballsy.
said. And the husband came back and he found her in the ice or in the snow. Again, we have another case of the snow, I guess. So he found her in the snow and she was cold, but she was responsive. But during that, she broke some of her vertebrae in her neck, and then she was unable. She's paralyzed. So she's paralyzed from like the waist down.
Okay, so she's in a wheelchair.
She's in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she cut her own throat. That we say neck.
Mhm.
She cut her.
Yes.
She cut her neck. Not obviously not enough to do serious damage, but she attempted.
Well, I mean, who knows? It's possible, right? If
Mhm.
she would,
Yeah, we can't see it. I didn't see it. Right. So I don't know how deep, but
They said it went through the subcutaneous fat, but it didn't go down below. Like
okay. So that's like your second level of skin. So it's so she's not going to die from that.
Yeah.
Period. Not going to die from that. Okay. So that, and then she threw herself out the window.
Right. Now the prosecution is saying she sort of like lowered herself out the window, which, and I think the defense was sort of talking about how she might have had a head injury, but regardless, there was no head injuries. Even, we do have a couple of people from the Karen Reed trial that made an appearance. Ian Whiffen from Cellbrite, and then Dr. Lapasato, who was talking about the injuries to John's body. So anyway, so she says, she was talking about it for the defense, but there was no head wounds. And even, Lindsay says there was no head wounds. So she didn't really, could she have gone head first? I mean, possibly, I don't know.
Yeah. If you lower yourself out of a window, you're going to go feet first. Normally you'll hit feet and then you'll fall backwards onto your butt and kind of maybe roll back depending. But yeah, you normally, because when you hang by your feet, right, your upper body's heavier, so you kind of fall, right? So you're hanging like this and you kind of fall down. Is it possible to not bang your head? It is, but I think it would be very hard to throw yourself out the second story window and not hit your head. But obviously she sustained neck damage from the window fall.
Right.
So she had to have hit her head.
Well, there was no injuries to her head, though. There was no swelling in her head.
Maybe a roll or something. Okay, either way. So she cut her throat, threw herself out the window. So she's dedicated.
And she took a bunch of medications.
She's committed,
People,
right? That tells you she's committed. She did the act, cut herself, took some pills, and threw herself out the window.
She also would go on to say that she heard a voice tell her that this kill the kid so you can kill yourself, basically.
Did she say whose voice it was?
A male voice.
Interesting. I've heard a voice. A lot of people have heard voices. Mine was not in a bad way, though. Mine was a good way. Before you guys start thinking I'm crazy. Okay. So she heard a voice. Kill your kids so you can kill yourself.
Basically.
Okay. Wow. And then what happened?
And then her husband came.
So hold on. Let me ask you this. The husband was
Patrick. Is his
Patrick. He has alibi.
Yes, he's on video at either it was a Walgreens or CVS. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly which one. It might have been a Walgreens.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
either way.
At the drugstore.
He's on camera?
He was on camera. They have him on camera at the restaurant. They brought in everybody from the restaurant and the Walgreens as well.
So did he have anything to do with it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
How are you 100% sure?
Well, I'm 100% sure because he wasn't there.
Sounds good to me.
And
he's not there. He's on camera at a different location.
And his cell data would also put him not on the location either.
Okay. Well, I with just that alone, I would say, yeah, he's not there. He could not have done this. Yeah.
Yes, and he also went on to divorce her.
Okay. Okay. So she sends him out to grab some dinner, grab some stuff, medication. Where it's at, to me, sometimes like we go to different restaurants. Some of them are an hour away. Some of them are 10 minutes away. It depends on what you're in the mood for. Right. So I wouldn't put a big deal on the location. She tried to send him farther away. Look, she knew what she was going to do.
Wait a second.
What?
Now you're saying she knew what she was going to do.
Well, you're right. If she knew what she was going to do, if she knew what she was going to do, how long and how far is kind of irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're going to do that with 3 children, you know,
I also want to add
couple
that
minutes.
he
You
would
don't need
leave
an
her,
hour.
he would leave her alone with the children, and he worked from home, so he had a home office, and he
Okay.
would go to brunch with his buddies.
Okay.
He took like a weekend trip. Maybe it was for work, I'm not sure, but I just want to point out there was other opportunities where she was alone with the children for longer times,
Okay.
more than 54 minutes to an hour, if that's the time frame they're saying.
Okay.
So I do want to point that out.
Was there any history of violence from her that would let people believe that she could do something like that?
No.
So no past history of violence.
No, apparently she was a very calm person, gentle person.
Okay.
Those are the testimonies of everybody that they brought into her parents, even his mother.
Past abuse?
Of her?
Yeah. Was she abused?
Not that was ever discussed, no.
Okay.
No. She had no history of any trauma nor any mental illness in her family history, anything like that.
Okay. Okay. So we're moving along. We have the deed.
Right.
We have the husband, Patrick, who's got an alibi, right? He's on camera at a different location. So that's right off the bat that he didn't do it. Okay.
And we have the 911 call that he made as well.
Okay. 911.
And then all the first responders that got to see him. And since the psychiatrists, apparently they use looking at you as the way to diagnose you, I would say that the first responders looking in your eyes, seeing your reactions, are experts in being able to say, well, this person was not acting, as if they had just done it. I think they're experts. Obviously, you would be an expert when you arrive on a scene and you're gauging the person's behavior, right? Everything.
Yeah.
You're looking at everything.
I see everything.
So they brought
everything.
Up a lot
how many
of
times they blink, how they breathe, if they're sweaty, how many times they move, are they flicking their fingers? Everything. You have to see everything.
Yeah. Or are they doing that smirk? What do they call that? Duper's delight or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So the first responders, there was nothing, I don't want to say remarkable, but there was nothing they noted that he acted in a weird way or a peculiar way that would give them any pause.
Okay. So he didn't act like Chris.
Right. He didn't act like
Chris. What was his
Chris
name?
Watts.
Chris Watts.
Yeah, he did.
We did a video on him. If you didn't see it, go watch it. Chris Watts. That's a good one. He did not act normal.
Right.
He acted the opposite of normal.
Yeah.
All right. So he's taken care of then. He's off the table.
He did not do it.
Okay. He's off the table.
Yeah.
You understand? He's off the table. Okay. So let's talk about her. She was a nurse.
Right.
So she hangs out with doctors, her friends. Is there any history from any of them that would say that she could do this?
Nope. It's completely out of character.
Completely out of character.
She did share with her husband her struggles.
Okay.
She did
Well,
share.
every woman has struggled with children at some times.
Correct.
At some point in their life, and they have all expressed that to their husband. Again, in a joking manner, sometimes people say stuff. The husband is not really thinking that the wife's going to do that. But people have said all kinds of crazy things about children, because it happens.
Not me.
So,
don't even look at me. I never said I wanted to harm my kids.
No, you never did.
At any point.
No, just me.
But I want to add, I think, I do believe she's culpable, but I also believe I do believe she was trying to get help. And
okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So now, could this be a case of failed mental health?
No.
No, you say no.
I say 100% no.
Okay. Let's talk about it then.
Okay.
Let's talk about why. Let's talk about her meds first. Let's
Okay.
get a list of what she was on.
All right. Let's look at her meds.
Because she was on, I think,
Well,
quite a
here's
bit,
the thing.
right?
Like
Something?
the prosecution says, now, granted, it's the prosecution, but they're saying, she wasn't on these meds, she wasn't taking them, because apparently, like, Well, the thing was, she didn't really want to take meds. But see, I disagree
blame
with that because people that usually work in the medical field, I'm not going to say 100%, but like I have family in the medical field. They are always apt, give me a pill for this, give me a pill for that, give me a pill for this. Where me, I would probably form more in, I don't want to take any medication because anytime you take something, it can affect something else. You know?
Yeah. Medication-free people is the best way to be.
Yeah, that's my
Medication
personal preference.
free. Yeah, me too.
You do you. If
Yep.
you feel differently, but that's my personal.
I don't take
opinion.
anything. You know.
But
even when I broke the wrist, do you want anything? No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
So let me look at her list of medications.
I'm left-handed, people.
Well, I might have set up.
I'm left-handed. Then this is annoying. Every time I pick something up. Maybe I should keep it on this side. But you know,
Alright,
no,
so
but
here
I'm
we
stupid.
go.
So
Here's the list of her medications. So Zoloft,
okay, Zoloft. Okay.
Ativan.
Ativan.
Buf-
Okay, wait, Ativan is like a Valium.
Yeah.
Zoloft is some of them affect serotonin, some of them affect what's the other thing?
Dopamine.
Dopamine. Yeah.
Okay.
Serotonin is weird. I don't like those. Those make you feel really weird.
Did I said Ativan.
Yeah.
Buspirone, Buspirone, however you would say that, which I think they said the brand name was Buspar. Hydroxine, Trazodone, Prozac.
Trazodone again is a make you sleep, chill you out.
Remron, Klonopin,
Side effect is priapism. Google that if you don't know what it is.
Ambien.
Ambien.
Seroquel. Wait, I'm not done. Benadryl.
Seroquel. And what?
Lamictal, Lamictal. Should I say Valium?
No, but you said Ativan, which is a Valium.
Yeah. This one was diazepam.
That's a Valium too. Anything with a PAM.
Now, granted, she wasn't supposed to be taking these all at once. They were sort of, it seems like they were trying to try different cocktails.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, it does.
Melatonin was another one.
Well, melatonin. That's okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Especially the Seroquel. That's, I mean, man. So she's on all those medicines because she, why?
Because,
why?
Oh, well, did you want to know what her symptoms were?
Sure.
Okay, these were the things that she complained
Let's
about.
talk about the symptoms.
Yeah.
I probably have way more than she ever did. And I don't take any of this stuff.
All right. So she said her symptoms, anxiety. This was from her initial survey.
Okay.
Anxiety attacks, decreased appetite, depressed mood, easily distracted, excessive worry, guilt, unable to feel pleasure, unable to fall asleep, racing thoughts. She felt numb at some points. And yeah, she filled out suicide assessments and the assessments, which is a questionnaire, basically. And she did not wish to end her life. And that was repeated throughout every time she saw a different, if they did do an assessment, she didn't have, I guess they call it suicidal ideation. She wasn't thinking about anything like that. And apparently, I guess if you don't have a plan, like you can't, if you call the suicide hotline and you don't have a plan on how to do it, they just turn you away. That seems to be what happened to her twice. She didn't use any substances. Like she tried a weed gummy once to help her fall asleep. That didn't help her, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it as far as the meds.
Okay.
If I might have missed some, but those were.
So how long was she being seen by a psychiatrist or anybody?
She started after.
What year? Do you know?
Let's see.
See how long she was in therapy.
I thought it was like.
Usually people are in therapy for years.
I thought it was 2022, but I'm not going to like hold that to the fire here. Let's see.
Okay. So around 2022, she started seeing a therapist.
Let me look. I could probably look back here and see the date.
I too have seen therapists, and they have seen me.
Yeah, it was about 2022.
Okay. All right.
It seemed like, because she did struggle with, I guess I'll say sadness after her second child. So I guess that's when she saw a little bit of help, but she didn't want to be on meds kind of thing. Like, so she kind of hemmed it.
And if you're only struggling with a little bit of sadness, I'd say you're kicking
her notes in her phone. She wants to feel happy. She can't parent each of the kids like her first child. She
Well,
can't nap.
yeah, you can't. Well, yeah.
She can't nap when the baby naps because she has to be present with the other kids, and that she was the happiest and healthiest mom, and her life has turned to crap. Can I just say something about the scene? One thing I noticed, which stuck out as odd to me, maybe it doesn't of all mothers, but they had like a tent over the baby's crib in her room, and she was also trying to do sleep training. So it was kind of almost like a blacked out tent. Now, I'm not going to tell another mother how to put her baby to bed, but I'm going to say when your baby cries, that's how they indicate to you something's wrong. So leaving your baby to cry, and she had struggled with this because this was something that she put in her journal, that the sleep training. Your mother, you have a mother's intuition to respond to your crying baby.
Yeah.
You know, there could have been a horde of reasons the baby was crying. And I don't know. To me, I personally would not do that with any of my children. I never.
You're saying you didn't let our kids lay there for hours crying?
I'm not saying she let the kid lay there for hours, even 45 minutes, whatever. But no, I never did that. Never did that.
We never did that.
I don't see a problem.
A couple minutes is too long.
Baby wearing, holding your baby, co-sleeping in a safe way.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
It's a baby. Yeah. Once they get toddlers and stuff, that's when you start, you know. But it's a baby.
So those were things that bothered her. Now, when they listed out some of her concerns, I'm sure they're the concerns any mother can relate to.
Yeah.
However, if you're thinking of harming your child and you're serious about it, like that's a completely different thing. But that's not something she really ever voiced. And also, her defense basically saying, well, she knew they would probably take her children away, which, I mean, yeah, right? If you reported that to your psychiatrist.
If you're telling people you want to hurt your kids, yes. And as they should, because the department is there to help, right? So if you're telling me, hey, I'm going to hurt our kids, I can return.
I do feel like her attorney, I find him to be quite abrasive, and I feel like his treatment of some of the witnesses could be rubbing the jury quite the wrong way.
Okay. Stand by with that.
I think Kevin Reddington maybe is his name. I'm sorry. I can't remember what his name is. Reddington, I think.
So hold on a second. So the meds, did the shrink, does she have a psychiatrist?
Oh, she has a few.
Okay. Are any of them on the trial?
Yeah, everyone was brought in, and she
they all
actually
took the stand?
has a civil lawsuit against a couple of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do tell. Why?
Well, the civil lawsuit basically saying that she wasn't in her right mind. It was their fault. They didn't diagnose her properly. And this is, you know, a whole rabbit hole that I hope we can visit at some point during this conversation.
We will. I love rabbit holes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the therapists are in court and they're testifying.
They're just telling what she reported, how they diagnosed, which I really hope people were paying attention to how they diagnose you, in quotes, to a psychiatric issue, because it's really just my opinion.
It's all bullshit.
Like,
I've said that for years.
Cue Bethany from the Real Housewives screaming right now. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, because it's basically, or no, I'm sorry, maybe that was Tamara, but yeah, it's just, it's very, I hope that has brought a light to people not thinking, well, can I talk about this part right now? Like, she had a support system around her.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that, because that was the next thing I was going to go to. Was her friends, nurses, all of her coworkers.
Well, can we talk about her husband?
Her in-laws, her husband, all of her support system, right? Which is a big circle, right? She's got a lot of friends, a lot of family. Yes, let's talk about her support system. Who did she reach out to first? I'm assuming it was Patrick, her husband, yeah?
Well, her husband, and he seemed like he had a pretty gentle nature with her, and then he was pretty supportive.
I'm sure he was cool about it, right? I mean,
he worked from home.
Okay, so it's even better. He's home all the time. So when she needs help, he can just run into the room, help her out. Not a big deal.
Had a nanny. I think like maybe 3 days a week that was supposed to help with the baby, because I think the point was she was supposed to go back to work after the third baby, and she did not want to go back to work.
Don't blame her.
Yeah, I mean, that happened with me, right? I remember I said I was supposed to go back after our oldest daughter was born, Skylar, and I looked at you one day and I said, I can't leave her. And you said, it's okay, we'll make it work.
Yep. We were in the hospital. Yeah, she was holding our baby, Skylar, our firstborn. She said, yeah, I'm not going to go back to work ever again. I can't have somebody else raising this baby. And I said, I agree.
Yeah.
and we'll make it work. It's not a problem.
Even
And
though
yeah,
we originally were going to do like.
we were originally going to be like everybody else, dual income. Have
No, well,
kids.
you were going to watch her when I worked and we were going
Correct.
to swap.
Just like
So,
everybody else.
Yeah.
And that sucks. It sucks. I saw it my whole career. I still see it. Guys with childcare, it's horrible. Having your wife stay home is it's heaven. Heaven.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that because I don't have to worry about stuff. We don't have to worry about the kids. We don't have to worry about strangers. You think I'm going to leave my kids with strangers? You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. No. I don't trust anybody with my kids. Nobody, not even family. Nope. You know who I trust? Me. What's the old saying? There's two people I trust in this world, me, and you don't look anything like the other guy. So, no. Okay, so her support group. So she went to Patrick.
Her husband.
Her husband, when he listened, what did he do for her? Did he get her help? Did he?
Yes.
Okay,
there was a point. Now I know I'm not going through this chronologically.
Yeah, I mean we're kind of skipping around a little
I'm
bit.
sort of jumping around. I'm not presenting it like it was presented in a timeline in the trial. I'm just
Correct.
presenting it as I took it in my notes and as things stuck out to me. So he took her. She did go to the emergency room. Then she went and did.
Okay, so he took her to the ER.
Right, and he did
Okay.
self-admit her to to like a I can't remember the name of the hospital, but
So it's irrelevant. So she self-admitted.
she went to the ER and then they like sort of go through the ER to get admitted to this place for
Did
help.
they say why she admitted then? Was it suicidal?
She wasn't sleeping. She had gone 48 hours with sleep. No, at no point was
So
there
nothing was ever suicidal or no unaliving tendencies.
right.
It was just
Like
anxiety. She wasn't
depression,
sleeping, not
she
feeling
wasn't
good,
sleeping. She
depression.
didn't feel like herself. She wasn't feeling happy. It was like that was the
Okay,
consistent
okay.
thread.
And lack of sleep can drive you nuts.
Yeah, can I
That
tell a quick
will.
story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so when we had our firstborn, obviously first baby,
Mhm.
didn't know anything really much.
Nope.
And my mom was staying with us
Mhm.
after the baby was born,
Yeah.
and I was so like sleep deprived because when you're a new mom, you don't understand like the cues of the baby, when the
Yeah.
baby's hungry, when the
Yeah.
baby's tired. You can tell by the movement of their mouth, by the way they move their body. Like now I can walk by a stranger and be like, that baby's hungry, that baby's tired. Like I just know.
Yeah, you can
You know,
tell.
it's like my spider sense now.
Mhm.
But anyway, so I'm walking out and I'm like rocking the baby in my arms. And my mom
She's
walks
going
and I
this-
said, Mom, I can't get this baby to sleep. And my mom looks
I
at
was
me
there.
and she's like, Melissa, I have the baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And I looked down and there was nothing in my arms.
Yeah.
So
True story.
sleep-
I was right there. I was sitting next to Susan, my mother-in-law. Susan was holding Skylar, our daughter.
Yeah.
Melissa came down the steps. She was so exhausted. She was literally like this. She had her eyes closed and she's like, and then she opened them and she's like, it's okay. It's okay. Just go to sleep. And me and Susan are like, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Skylar's right here. What are you?
Yeah.
And then she snapped out of it.
Yeah.
She literally thought she was holding our daughter. She was not.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've been really sick. One time I got the flu and sinus infection, double whammy, both at the same time. And the doctor was like, "You're really suffering, man. That sucks." And I didn't sleep probably for like 3 days. And that's the day in the house I blew up on, I think, everybody. And I literally was I didn't blow up as in like dangerous. I was going to hurt anybody. I was just so frustrated, and you feel like you're going insane, right? And I'm sure everybody in the chat can attest to this, right? We've all been sick and you've all been lacking of sleep, and you feel like you're literally gonna unalive everybody, right? Or yourself, or whatever. You're just mad, and you're going crazy because that's what lack of sleep does to you.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, even just 11 days and it can kill you. So sleep is very important. So
Do you remember the
that's a
one
big
time?
thing.
So we co-slept with our older daughter. We had like a co-sleeper next to us. And I leaned over to you and I was rubbing your face. Remember rubbing?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's okay, baby. It's okay. And you're like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh.
She's rubbing my face,
Yeah.
talking to me like I'm a baby.
So all to say, lack of sleep
Lack of sleep.
can really affect a person. Some people
Correct.
can go with like 5 hours of sleep a night. Other people,
Me.
they need their 8 to 10 to feel normal. My friend Ashley, she's got to get her 8 or 9 hours or she just has a terrible
And
day.
I'm lucky if I get 4 to 5. And it sometimes feels like it drives me nuts. It
Yeah.
does. Lack of sleep. It can get to you.
So
Okay. So she's dealing with that. And now, was she taking the medicines on top of all of that?
she was
Did she ever
was
admit
testing
to-
medication?
Well,
She
I
was,
know,
like,
but see-
she was like mixing them. Did she take
Yeah,
them
but-
for like 4 months straight? No.
No, but see the meds, we've all seen the commercials, people, right? We've seen the commercials. You have to take this, you have to take it for like 6 months before we even know if it helps you.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, fuck, man, that's a long time. That's a long time. Like,
Yeah.
2 months, 3 months, you got to take it just to see if it even works. I don't like that. Fucking save my hand.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we don't know if she was on the meds.
Well, she was on the meds.
Or which, but we don't know which ones. If she's mixing and matching,
Well,
and you should try them one at a time to see how it affects you. Because if you take 2 or 3, you don't know which one's making you feel
she
what.
was not self-medicating. Everything she was taking was prescribed by a psychiatrist. Take this, and she would, I guess her attorney explained, she would go Google things and side effects, and then it's kind of like, what do they say? Don't use Google as your doctor or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, most of us do, right? We check a symptom. Do I have this? Do I have this? I mean, we all do it.
And then everybody thinks they're dying and they have cancer.
No, but you want to be informed. You want to be informed. You want to
I have this, I have that. No, you don't.
You want to know what you have, right? You want to know if it's a possibility. And the
I
side
understand.
effects, they are real. I mean, we had that situation with our daughter. She got a vaccination that was just a normal, everyday childhood vaccination.
Hepatitis.
Within 6 weeks, she was in full liver failure.
Yeah.
And our pediatrician, when we went in to get this, the only side effect is a fever or maybe soreness at the spot. So there are more side effects to things that maybe are not common knowledge. And so doing your due diligence to look those things up, I think, is important.
Yeah.
I think.
And it's personal preference. It's
personal preference.
Up to you.
Like I say, you do you. This is just.
I don't care what anybody else does with their kids. Do your kids. Do your kids.
Yeah.
I don't care.
The way you live is not my business.
Our kids have never been vaccinated. No.
Well, besides our older 2.
Yeah, besides the older 2, yeah. And we are jab free because.
Anyway, let's not make people angry with that. But yeah, like I said, you do you. That's your business.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she also, because this was during that time of that pandemic, I'm wondering if she also got that. That could have also played a part, being anxious about that, because I feel like they were ramping up the fear.
So was she just unhappy with life? Was she unhappy with this? I heard she said her best part of her life was when she was with her. So basically when she had one child, she could be the mother she wanted. She could lay down with her baby. She could take naps. It sounds like she almost didn't resented having more kids.
I don't think.
Did she ever state that?
She wanted to have more children.
But
she was looking for like
if you journal, the best time of your life is when you have the one child.
No, she just said she wished she could parent the other children the way she did the first.
Okay, yeah, that is different.
That's what she
I
said.
agree. Yeah.
So she also had her mother-in-law was a labor and delivery nurse for I think it was 30
Okay, so her mother-in-law, right?
Her mother, I forget what her mom did, but her mom came and stayed with them like 3 days out of the week.
So the mother-in-law was a nurse just like her.
Mother-in-law, yeah.
Yeah, as I said, his mom, mother-in-law was a nurse just like her.
Just like her, right. She was a labor and
That's
delivery
awesome.
nurse for
Yeah,
9
that's
years.
awesome.
She didn't want to go back to work. It ended up.
Did she confide in her mother-in-law at all and tell her how she was feeling?
Yeah, because the mother-in-law helped connect her with some psychological help.
There you go.
Yeah, so she was very vocal, it seemed like, with people. I mean, she wasn't saying it at like Thanksgiving to every family member.
Of course.
Yeah. And
keep it a little private.
Yeah. So, but yeah, her mom knew, her husband knew.
Okay.
It didn't seem like the people like that she had, like her friends really like knew. Like some of them said she seemed to be fine. Some of them said she seemed a little more sad. So again, that's not uncommon. Some people just keep their business to themselves.
Yeah. You will, it's just typical with men. Like even when I'm having the worst day of my life and you're like, hey man, how you doing? I'm good.
Yeah.
Because, first off, we're always good. And second off, sometimes we don't feel like talking about it. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm horrible today. Oh, why? I don't feel like talking about it. And you could say that. I've said that before.
I also want to say she tried using like sleep sprays to help her sleep. She tried moving location, like like a relaxing mist that you would spray on your pillow, I guess. Maybe like a lavender spray. I don't know what it was, but she tried that.
Okay.
She tried using affirmations in her journal. I will sleep tonight. I will have a restful sleep.
So sleeping was a big deal.
It was a big deal. She was worried about sleep training her son and him not meeting his milestones.
What son was she sleep training? The 8-month?
8-month-old, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and her sister was a social worker. So I feel like if anybody there was a lot of people around this girl.
Yeah.
This young woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move this along. So we had the scene.
Yeah.
Where everything took place. The husband is at the CVS or Walgreens and he's getting food. he's on video, so he has an alibi. He is 100%, 100% innocent.
Yeah, so I really hope that the women that are making the videos saying he did it or he was the voice in her head would maybe, I don't know, like use the brain that God gave them and
Yeah, use your brain.
Listen to the evidence.
Use your brain. Yeah.
Yeah,
If he's an hour away on video doing something and the timeline fits, it's not magic, people.
Yeah.
Okay. It is what it is. I know you might not want to believe it, but guess what? It is what it is. So
yeah. You want to talk about
this whole believe all women or whatever. I'm sorry. No. I could tell you 1,000 stories of women that did shit horrible, way worse than men. And they lied just as much. Why? Because they're human, just like everybody. Everybody lies, period. So to say, oh, I trust all women, no, you're a moron if you say, oh, we have to believe everything a woman says. You're a fucking idiot. That's what you are. Because they will lead you right off a fucking cliff or right at bad things. So no, I don't agree with it. Just like you don't trust all men. You don't trust anybody fully.
Right. You
use the brain that God gave you, you know? All right. So she's got a great support system.
Right.
And she reached out to everybody. So what are we looking at? We're looking at about 2 years of the mental health thing and the lack of sleep before the incident occurs.
The incident occurred on January 4th, 2023. So she was struggling for, it seemed like a good while.
So at least a year.
Yeah.
Because she was in therapy in 2022. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So at least a solid year of suffering, not happy, depressed. And we don't know what she's doing the cocktail of medicines, right?
Well, it was.
Well, we don't know what she was even taking, right?
Rough.
We know what she was taking, but we don't know actually what she was consuming, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what was toxicology. Did they have that? Or
well, here's the thing. Gathering from what the psychiatrist said there, that the antipsychotics are if someone is not normal to level brain chemistry, they're trying to get them to
right. And that's why did they
but
blood?
You can't test that. You can only test what's in your bloodstream. You
Correct.
can't test its effects on
when they arrested her, were they testing her to see if she was on any meds?
Yeah, they
did
get
like
some. I didn't write
blood work on her.
It was like small.
I'm just seeing if she had any medicines in her system.
Yeah,
that's all. We could
a
see
little bit.
Okay. All right. I mean, Seroquel is like an antipsychotic, isn't it? Seroquel's pretty tough.
Well, from reading up on seeing what these do to your brain, I mean, I would not.
We all know the side effects too. The side effects are, we've all seen the commercials, right? We all laugh at the commercials where there's 17,000 side effects for your one symptom. It's like, I'll just have the symptom. Thanks.
Her mom said, now this was her mom, Lindsay's mom said that she was having thoughts of harming the children in mid-December. So that they were made aware of that.
So mid-December of 22?
Probably, yeah, right.
And it happened 23, what month?
January 4th.
Okay. So then it was December of 22. Yeah.
Yeah. So
December 22, she tells mom, I might hurt the kids.
No, I'm having thoughts
of harming the kids.
Okay.
So when somebody comes to you and says that,
like I'll just say, if it was one of my daughters and they had children and they were telling me that, I would say, okay, why don't you take a little vacation? I'll take the kids for a little while.
Yeah, take a break. Yeah.
You know, and the husband should have been on board with that.
Yeah, we'll take them for a week. You go on vacation for a week, or even if you don't even have to go on vacation, just do something else. Sometimes, kids can. It's hard. It's very hard. I mean, we have 4. It's very hard. It's still, they're grown, and it never gets easy. It's always difficult, and it's going to be like that forever. But that's part of being a parent.
That's part of being a parent.
Yeah. If you don't want it, don't have kids.
I do think there were some things maybe she felt like. I feel like moms tend to put a lot of pressure on themselves to like, oh, these kids are doing this. My neighbor's kids are doing this. My friend's kids are doing that. And I think comparison is the thief of joy. And I think people would be best served to do what's best for their particular family. And if she was feeling like she had to be present for the other children, I feel like there could have been things done to ease the burden. So she could have just slept with the baby and relaxed, maybe have the nanny there to be there with the older kids. And yet it wouldn't have been forever. It would have just been for a season. You know, like I remember after having the babies, you know, especially our fourth, because I did a home birth with our fourth baby and she was 10.5 pounds.
Yeah, big
And
baby.
you were home with me, and you were home with me after every postpartum,
Yeah.
you know,
I took
time
a
period
month off.
to to help me, you know, so I could sleep, so I could rest, so you could cook for me. And I didn't really have to worry about doing anything with the other kids.
I did everything.
Yeah, because
Me and my daughters, yeah. We did everything for a whole month. She didn't have to do anything except lay in bed, recover.
And I mean, I came out and I ate, but I just didn't have to worry about doing like.
Well, for the first week, I think we brought food in.
Oh,
but yeah, you ate in bed, but that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, you just had a 10.5 pound baby
even with
at home with no meds.
Right.
I still suffer from that, people. People, let me tell you, it was horrible. It was so hard on me. Very hard on me. Her birth.
I will tell you, during
Her
that birth, I missed the
daughter.
epidurals of the other ones. I'll tell you that.
Woo! Hearing your wife scream.
I was crying for my mom.
That much, and you're helpless. You can do nothing. Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. And then, yeah, it was horrible. Horrible. Yeah. I was like, why did we do this? Why did you do this?
Yeah. But it was too late. So it
Too
was
late.
And it turned out awesome. Everything's fine now.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, like after my first, you know, my mom came out and stayed with us for a little while.
Yeah. You need help.
Second, you do.
You need help. And she had a great support system.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me ask you this. You're a mom, you're a wife, you worked.
I didn't work while I had any children.
That's true. Okay.
I did for a short time when they were older, just for a short time.
What do you think? What do you think?
Well, here's the thing.
Because we still have another topic to talk about too.
I am a Bible-believing Christian, and I know 100% that Satan is real, demons are real. I know that every person, you get an angel assigned to you that reports back to God about how you lived your life. And I know you also get a demon assigned to you. That's why you get things like familiar spirits where you can talk to the dead. It's not really you talking to dead people. Dead people go, they never come back. They're not lingering in between anywhere. Once you leave this earth, once you leave your body, you are gone. So it's a familiar spirit. It's a demon. I don't care if people think I'm crazy or wacky, whatever. I've studied the Bible for many years, and demons are real. And yes, an unbeliever, which I want to say, nobody ever said in that, at all the testimony I watched, that she was a Bible believing Christian. Nobody ever said they brought in a pastor, that she went to anybody to pray. I feel like she tried everything the world offers, but the one thing that was never maybe even in her mind, because you don't know what you don't know. Okay. So I'm not impugning her, and this is not to say anything about that. One thing that was never brought up was, oh, you know, I took my problems to Jesus, you know, or the pastor from a local church. I'm not talking priests in the Catholic Church. I'm talking pastors from the local church come over and pray with you. If you are not a believer in Jesus, you do not have the ability to fight off anything demonic. You just don't have it. You need a Bible believing Christian to come over and be with you and help you. Now, I'm not saying she had a demon, but like if you look at the Dr. Arnold Fruchtenbaum is somebody I would highly recommend anybody that's interested in religion.
Dr. Fruchty.
He is fantastic. He is the world's foremost expert on the Bible. He reads and speaks and writes Hebrew. He reads and speaks and writes Greek. And he can tell you the Bible backwards, forwards.
He's been studying it for like 60 years. Yeah, he's one of the foremost experts in the world.
Fantastic. So he's got a teaching on Satan. It's called Satanology, on angelology, and on demons. And it's a study. And you can get it free on his website. I would say go over. You can go to my website, which is heartache-to-hope.com. It's heartache-hope.com. Wait, did I say that right? Heartache to Hope. But there's dashes between the two.
Yeah, heartache-to-hope.com.
Yeah,
that's her website. Yeah, if you need to talk or you're going through something.
Yeah, you can reach out to me. You can email me through that if you need somebody to pray with you or talk to you, or if you have any questions. Now, don't be sending me hate, because I'll just delete your hate, because my life is too busy to be fighting with people. But if you have genuine questions, or you genuinely just like need somebody to pray with you, or you're just sad and you don't have anybody to talk to, please, reach out to me. I just updated my website, but I see my pages are out of order. So just show me some grace in that. But we'll fix it. So but anyway,
so there's no pastor, no prayers, no God.
No God
was brought into this.
No.
And we know in the secular world, they'll never, I've seen a lot of shrinks. Everybody knows that. I don't hide it. do the job. In secular world, they'll never ever say anything about demons. They'll never talk about Jesus. They'll never talk about God. They'll never talk about any of that. Why? Because they deny it. If they talk about it, then that means they have to accept it, and they never will.
Yeah.
So that's why, that's the problem I have. My opinion of psychology is I think it's a 100% just crap. That's my opinion.
Well, in psychiatry.
In psychiatry, yeah, it's all feelings and me, which to me just sounds evil, because demonic stuff is always me. It's always about that. It's always just about you.
I mean, even if you listen to the psychiatrist testify, people would come away knowing they don't have any idea what they're doing. That some of them will use this DSM. They'll look at the book, and if you tell me how they're, well, I think it was Dr. Was one of her doctors said, well, she told me how she was feeling. Okay, so you, and then you just like look and you're like, okay, so this is what your feelings must be this.
Was she ever diagnosed with anything?
I think like a depressive disorder.
Okay, so you're diagnosed with a depressive disorder, but yet she's got
anxiety. She was probably diagnosed with
so you
anxiety.
got 8 medicines. You're depressed and you might have a little anxiety, so they give you 8 medicines, especially one of them, Seroquel, is an antipsychotic.
Yeah.
People, that's not good. That's not good at all.
So what they do, they don't really do any, because the one doctor, they talked about this, the doctor that was in the I'm sorry, I'm going to call it a mental hospital. I don't know if that was what it was, but
whatever.
You know, and she said it's not about blood tests. It's about evaluating the patient sitting in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not a regular procedure to find out the levels of the medications the person is on. That's what she said.
Yeah,
Let's see. Yeah. And the founder, if anybody wants to do some fantastic reading, the founder of psychiatry was one of the founding fathers. His name is Benjamin Rush. And you can actually find his book free. I believe it was like the Library of Congress, but if you just search for it, you can find his book for free. And I was reading it, and wow. And he was a Christian, but you know one thing, he did not take into account the sin nature of a person.
Yeah.
Bryon can sit here, he can do a gamut of sins because you have free will. So can I. Any human person has the capacity to do something terrible. And that's, people don't want to believe that. I think people want an excuse. And I do feel like in this case,
no accountability, people. No accountability. I see that through this whole country.
Yeah.
No accountability.
Yeah.
Period. And that angers me.
The other tools, let's see, that they rely on are the observation, her records, her patient history, and the DSM. And then the diagnosis doesn't have to agree with anyone else's diagnosis. So, and I also want to touch on this. She had a good support system around her. I'll show.
No, I got it.
She had a good system around her, but she was going to strangers. Now, I want everybody to really think about that. Are you going to walk up to somebody, you don't know anything about them, you don't know anything about their beliefs, you might be able to see like where they went to school. Big whoop. Who cares? You having a degree means zero to me. It means less than zero. I don't care. What is your heart like? What are your beliefs? How do you treat your husband? How do you treat your children? So you're going to a stranger that you get through maybe your insurance, maybe through a recommendation of your mother-in-law or a friend. You don't know anything about their morals, their values, their faith, their lack of faith. They could be a witch. They could be sacrificing to Satan in their off time. And you're putting your life, your children's lives in other people's hands. And that's what I mean by also accountability. Nobody is coming to fix you except for Jesus. He's the only one that can fix a human heart. The only one.
Now save yourself, people.
Yeah.
Save yourself too.
Yeah. So as far as things like this, I feel like people in America especially have been so, what's the word? Groomed to believe that a doctor can fix all your problems or a nurse can fix all your problems. That is not the case. Historically, that wasn't the case either.
People want a magic pill. They don't like this, or they want instant gratification. So I'm nervous about this. I need to take a pill to take away my nervousness. No, man, you're supposed to be nervous. You're about to go on stage, or you're about to do a live. You're about to do something. It's okay to feel nervous.
Yeah.
You have anxiety about a special trip or whatever. That's all normal stuff. people need to get back to being able to control their bodies and embracing those feelings and handling it instead of always looking to take a pill for it or to do something. It's just.
I also want to say that Jennifer Tufts, one of her doctors, psychiatrists, said that they look at, it was like 25-minute appointments, like over Zoom. And Lindsay was not psychotic because she was not disheveled. She could pay attention. And she was depressed because she appeared sad. I think these buzzwords, anxiety, depression, this, like they do nothing but harm people. You're just labeling people and giving them like an excuse. Feelings will come and go. Even if you're sad for 7 days, you can be sad for 7 days. Yeah. When our daughter left our house, I was sad. I couldn't sleep. My other daughters couldn't sleep. Sorry, Skylar, I'm not trying to call you out on here.
She was sad for months. It happened.
It was such a pain in my chest that I thought I was going to die.
You know what it's called? It's called real life.
It hurts.
It's called real life. Yeah. Get used to it. Sometimes it sucks. The Lord will put trials in front of you because you need it. Yeah. Perseverance, persistence, get some grit. Yeah. Suffer a little bit. It's good for you. Yeah. So I think you don't need the medicines. I don't see how she's going to win this civil case against the doctors because they followed their standard care. Maybe you already stated this and I missed it. She's got a civil lawsuit against them. Okay, we're not. I want to go back to the. So she's on trial now for the unaliving the 3 kids, strangulation. The witnesses in court, the doctors, shrinks, but they're not against her. They're just telling the facts. They're just telling the facts. They're just looking at her medical records and saying this is what she reported. Okay. None of them report that she said she was going to harm the children. And I do believe them. Do you know why I believe them? Because she was a labor and delivery nurse and she would have known if somebody reports that, what's going to happen. And that was one of her fears. She knows. Yeah. So she was stuck between a rock and a hard place there. She knows if she says, I'm going to hurt the kids or hurt myself, they're going to legal 2000 her. At least that's what we call it. She did think she was having thoughts of herself, but she wasn't. But she's telling it to her husband. And she might have mentioned it to a doctor, but she didn't have any plans. Right. Okay. Like life sucks. I don't want to live today. I'm not happy. Like, and I'm not trying to mock feelings, but I do feel like I feel like people focus on feelings too much. Sometimes, you know what? You just got to be like Red on that 70s show. Just be like, don't be a jackass. Yeah, don't be a dumbass. Get it together. Don't be a dumbass, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but that's why there was other people around her, so she could have had a soft landing and. Like the pressure to get her 4 and 5-year-old to do these sports or to do that. You don't pressure kids to do anything, man. You just have fun. She felt pressure. Why do you feel pressure? Why does she feel pressure? I don't know. Because that's what everybody was doing. Okay, so since we're talking about the whole. Can I talk about the serotonin levels real quick? Hold on 1 second. I want to get Steve working on something while he's back there. Steve, you back there? Pull up or Google when you get a chance, and anybody in the chat, Google this name. Are you ready for this? Turner Bronson, LVMPD. I arrested this kid. Read what he did. I'll tell you what he did. He shot his 15-year-old brother. He's 15, I'm sorry. Shot his 18-year-old brother, cold murder, right in front of his mom. This kid's evil, pure fucking evil. Look at his face in his booking photo. You're going to see the eyes of a killed person, okay? That story right there. I don't know if it was, I think it was almost supernatural with that kid. He was pure evil. The stuff that came out of this kid's mouth for a 15-year-old, I don't know, man. So when you Google that and you look at it, there he is. Now, the homicide detectives did the rest of the work. I was the one who put him in cuffs. He wanted me to take his life. I came through the door. He was sitting on a chair with a pillow, hiding his hands, but he still had the gun. He wanted me to take his life. I wanted to take his life because he just killed his brother right in front of his mom, shot him in the stomach and shot him in the head. Me and my buddy Hutch went through the door and got this kid. That is pure evil. Should he be alive right now on this earth? No. He gave up his right as a human to me and the constitutional rights. When you act like that, he should already be gone. He should already be removed from this earth. He will spend the rest of his life in prison. Now you might not, I have another story, a call for service, right? I get a call from dispatch. It was me and my buddy Sebastian. The call states grandmom was strangling her granddaughter. I get to the house, quick story. Everybody in this house is well over 6 foot and over 200 pounds. It's a big family, right? The 25-year-old granddaughter says, I woke up to my grandmother kneeling on my chest. Grandmom was over 6 foot, over 200 pounds as well, strangling her. Granddaughter says, officer, I don't know who that was looking at me and smiling, but that was not my grandmother's face. Do you understand? I said, I do understand. When I interviewed Grandma, Grandma said, the devil is telling me to kill my grandchildren. The devil has told me I have to kill my grandchildren. The devil took over my body. I could see what I was doing, but I had no control over my body. When I was strangling my daughter, my granddaughter, I didn't want to do it. She goes, but I couldn't stop. Do you understand me? 100% true story. You don't ask me, find Sebastian, he'll tell you. And what did I say? She walked past me. I said, girl, get out of here. Get on that fucking ambulance and get to the hospital. Don't bring that shit near me. I don't want any of this voodoo shit. I don't need this shit attaching itself to me. 100% true story. You got the granddaughter saying that was not her grandmother on top of her choking. The face looked completely different, right? Grandma saying she heard voices telling her, kill the grandkid. Now, that has happened a lot of times. Yes, Melissa?
Yeah.
In this country, in this world, over the past 50 years, how many times do you think that's happened? People said a voice told me to kill somebody. A lot. Are they all crazy? Do they all need meds? Are they all psychotic? Or is there maybe more in this world than we see? You know, the Bible says there's a war, a spiritual world, evil, good and evil. Every day we just don't see it. I believe it. You can feel it. People are different. Things are different. You can feel it. So I believe that. And I've seen it as a cop, 22 years here. I've seen pure evil. How can somebody do that to a baby? The stuff I've seen people do to a baby. No person on earth could do that unless you had something purely evil inside you. You understand what I'm saying? I'll just stop there. So,
Summer said that there was someone in the chat said that we are insensitive and ignorant. I've
Okay.
had 4 children.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
a
we are.
paralegal. I have a brain. I'm a Bible-believing Christian.
Yeah.
My husband's been a police officer for 22 years.
Look, it doesn't matter what people say.
But I want to say, how are we being insensitive and ignorant? I offered my website. Reach out to me. It's free. Reach out and you can message me, and you want to talk to me if you want me to pray with you.
So
you want me to help you.
We're being insensitive because we're discussing the case.
Yeah.
How is that insensitive?
Because we're not saying that she was
ignorant.
Yeah.
No, I highly doubt we're ignorant.
So Lindsay's complaint, her civil complaint, is that this action arises from the catastrophic failure of multiple medical providers to properly diagnose, treat, and monitor her severe postpartum psychiatric condition, despite her repeated desperate pleas for help and her family's persistent efforts to obtain adequate care.
Yeah.
She did everything a mother in her situation could do.
Okay.
See, I dispute that.
Okay.
She did.
Why?
I dispute that
Okay,
because
let's hear it. It's okay.
I dispute that you did everything you could because you didn't. Maybe you think you did, but like if you sat 10 mothers in a room and asked every mother what they would do, everybody would probably respond differently, right? We would all have different responses. Like it would depend if you have a family. It would depend if you're like I'm not going to say this to insult people, but there are people that worship medicine as if it's their God. I'm not saying she's one of them, but I do feel like if you keep going to a person to give you a pill to fix you, it's not fixing you. That other pill is not fixing you. Is it possible it's something else wrong? Well,
we have heard from some of the great psychologists of the world who started psychology of how they fixed some people.
Oh, that was the psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist.
Benjamin Rush.
His buddy, what was the one? I loved it. His buddy said he was a plant.
Oh, yeah. They had a case where somebody said they were a plant.
The grown man said, I'm a plant.
So to wake him up out of it, his buddy got up on a stool and urinated on him, and that broke him out of it.
Yeah, he said, let me water you. Stand over here so you can get water. And the guy was like, oh, okay. And the guy peed on him. Said, you're an idiot. You're not a plant, dude. You're a grown-ass man. Start acting like one.
There's a lot. I would really encourage people to go read Benjamin Rush's book, The Founder of American Psychiatry.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating read, and it's if everything's a disorder, everything's a mental illness, then nothing is.
They have a disorder for everything.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of disorders.
Yeah.
When I heard the first time I was a cop and I heard Oppositional defiance disorder. Oh, I love that one. Oppositional defiance disorder. Loved it. So a kid can be an asshole to anybody he wants because he has a problem with authority. That bullshit. It's called being an asshole. It's called you smack the kid, give him some tough love, and guess what? He'll get rid of that disorder just like that. It's amazing how those disorders just go away. But anyway, so okay, well then we're an hour and 15 in. So let's wrap this up with her so we can get to the chat and talk to some people. So what are we thinking?
Well, can I tell you what medicine she's on right now? Her current medication.
Okay.
Olanzapine for bipolar disorder of mania. Trazodone, Wellbutrin, Clonidine for anxiety and sleep.
Klonopin?
Clonidine.
Okay.
Klonadine. Propanol for anxiety. And she now reports that she has situational depression and that she isn't convinced she has bipolar disorder. This is what she said. So she said that.
So we're not trying to be shrinks here, people, and we're not telling you not to take medicines. What we're telling you is you're grown adults. When something happens, you have to do your own research, but you can't always look for other people to save you. What the founding father said, you wanted the best medicines. If you're depressed, get out of your house, go for a walk, go to the gym and get some exercise, go do something. The more you stay sitting, the more you stay in the house, the worse it gets. Just get out and be around other people. Like some of it's so basic that you don't need all that other stuff. Like that's why I've always told you, I've said it a million times. Jiu-jitsu is like therapy for me. I need it. When I go to the gym, I need it. I like it. I love it. It really, really helps me. And everybody has to find what helps them.
She met with a chaplain, a female chaplain, and which has a master's, and she's got to be certified by the state, which I think is ridiculous because the state has nothing.
The state has nothing to do with the church. Why? What is? Yeah, that has nothing to do with it.
She never recorded in her notes Lindsay hearing voices. Now she says she doesn't write everything in her notes, but she met with her 200 times, and you would think a chaplain, somebody that's supposed to be in a religion, would record that, but she didn't say that. She said Lindsay admitted to feeling deserving of this ability to walk in light of recent events. So I feel like that, I don't know, that kind of paints a light about
that's right. She's paralyzed.
Yeah. So why does she deserve the right to walk? Yeah. Why does she feel deserving of it in light of her recent events? So
you threw yourself out the window and you unallowed your kids. No.
There was a really good witness. I really liked Dr. Mack, the prosecution's witness, a lot. I felt like he knew a lot, and he was very honest, and he was talking about the DSM. Yeah, that's how they use that DSM. They use it like a book. They'll open it and be like, oh, this person has these things, you know? And I thought he was very reliable. I didn't like the way the defense attorney was treating him at all. He was so disrespectful. He kept talking over him. Like if I was on the jury, I'd be like, what don't you want this guy to say that I need to hear? That's what I would be thinking. You don't want me to hear something he wants to say.
Right.
You know, he reported when he met with her that she was sad about she had sadness about the events of this case, but she never said she had remorse. So here's the thing. There is a level of accountability you have to take. You did this to your children, whether it was whether you didn't get meds or not. You remember what you did. You remember what you said.
Yeah,
you remember the event.
She did it. Yeah,
so you're responsible.
So is there anybody that thinks that she didn't do it? Because I saw on TikTok some women that were.
Have them or
I have them somewhere, but somebody's saying that the guy did it and this and that, or just like we talked about, believe all women, all that. You can't you have to go with facts, man. You have to go with the facts that's presented in front of you. You can't just say no because of a certain gender or a race.
You want me to read you what some of the people are saying?
Sure. So this is what some of the people on TikTok have said. So
he tried to kill her, and he did kill those kids. You can effing see it in his eyes. Really? So what are you doing? You're diagnosing somebody as a killer,
as a killer, just by looking into their eyes. You have a magical gift, sir.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Well, it's a woman. They're all women.
Sir,
she never confessed. They forced her to say it because it's what Patrick said. He did it. Are you not watching the trail? I think she means trial. Women should support women. She didn't do it. The story is unfolding, and in time, people defending Patrick will have a new tune. Nobody needs to defend Patrick. He's not on trial.
He wasn't even there. How can you say the guy did it? He wasn't there, people. Come on. The truth matters,
He
man.
slammed the window down on her neck before throwing her overboard.
Okay.
Protecting children is protecting and supporting their mother through postpartum depression. This
Okay.
is to protect future children. Stop failing mothers. Again, you're putting your faith in human beings to fix you. They don't know the mind. They just are. It's almost like guesswork.
It is guesswork. They'll tell you it's guesswork.
Yeah.
That's like psychology takes so long. That's why you got to go see a shrink for years.
wanna see
They got to
if-
get to know you and everything about you. And no, you don't. No, you don't.
Getting justice for those 3 babies will get justice for Lindsay. Patrick did this.
Okay. So again, as an officer, I go by the facts.
But
I
wait,
go by.
there's more.
Okay.
The saddest part, once she's proven innocent, she ain't got nothing to live for. She's been stripped of her babies she raised. She's paralyzed. She's got nothing. But she killed her babies, lady.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy theory. He killed the effing kids, and that man's voice in her head was his. Even if she did it, she didn't do it. Somebody said.
Oh, even if she did it, she didn't do it. Is that where we're at? We can stop with that one. Is that where we're at in this country? Chat? America? Is that where we're at? Even if she did it, she didn't do it. Like, OMG.
Wait, notice how all the comments bashing her are made by men. Well, then that makes me think maybe there's something wrong with all the women in this country. Maybe y'all have lost your brains and you
Yeah.
lost your critical thinking skills. Blame all the men for all the problems.
Yeah, we're not the cause of all the
But
problems.
most of her doctors were women. So I guess it was a women failing women. So deal with that, I
It
guess.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Women fail women, men fail men. It happens. It's humans failing humans. Again, it's not really so much race or gender. All right, so let's wrap this up with her because I'm done with her. It's an hour and 20.
do you want to questions? Anybody questions?
Yeah, let's hit the chat with some questions about this. So, like I said, we're discussing this. This isn't about whether we already know she's guilty, right? She admitted it. Plus, all the evidence leads to her. So she's guilty. Was it premeditated or not? That's really the big question. Was it premeditated? Because premeditation, first-degree murder comes with death penalty. Well, I don't in
They
Boston.
don't have
but-
that, I don't think,
Oh,
in
okay.
Massachusetts.
Okay, so then what's their even problem? What's the problem?
Well,
She's
the
going to go to jail for the rest of her
prosecution is
life.
saying she planned it, and
Okay.
she was in her right mind.
Okay.
And the defense is playing that she was a victim of people that didn't properly help her.
Okay.
But I
And-
don't think
and-
that's been proven
right.
that they failed her.
It's going to be hard to prove either. It's very hard to prove when psychiatric stuff fails a person.
Mhm.
It's very hard to prove that. How do you prove that? Even if they go crazy, you can say, "Oh, he just had a manic episode, or he went crazy, or
Mhm.
he got angry, and he blew up." Right? Everyone says I'm angry, right? I'm angry. I'm an angry guy. I'm a passionate guy. I say I'm passionate. They say I'm angry.
Mhm.
But do I hurt anybody? No.
No.
Do I ever get in fights? No, never. So again, what's out of the norm? And was she starting to act out of the norm? Was it because of the medicines? Was it because of anything supernatural? Who knows? No one's really going to
Yeah.
know. You're never going to know. Again, sometimes that's just life. We're never going to know.
Can I say
Will she
something?
spend the rest of her life in jail, though, for what she did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I mean, realistically, we could beat this horse till it's dead for 1,000 years and try to figure everything out. And even then, you still wouldn't. That's why this was more of a less an open discussion. I didn't know much about this case. I didn't. And I wanted her to tell me about it so I could put my 2 cents in. And as long as she's going to jail for the crimes that she committed, that's what really matters.
I also want to say, even if it was demonic, you still have enough control over your body to resist.
Yeah,
So there really is no excuse to say, I didn't have the right medicine. I didn't have a support system. I didn't have this. Those are your babies.
Yeah.
You're looking in your baby's eyes.
Yeah.
And any of the moms doing those weird TikToks, I've heard from my daughters, people are being investigated by CPS for doing very strange videos saying they stand with her. If you're standing with her, then maybe you should be investigated. It's not
Yeah.
about her. It's about those 3 babies.
That's up to you. Yeah, that's up to you.
And about her
Yeah.
husband who lost 3 children and about the rest.
Yeah,
of
what
her
about
family.
him?
I mean, they're raising money. They have over $1 million raised in support of her, which I understand for her defense.
Sure.
And I understand for
Yeah.
her.
Nothing wrong with
bills.
people raising money to help.
He divorced her so she could get state aid and he wouldn't be responsible for taking care of her medical bills.
Yeah.
You know, because I know that probably will exhaust. So
Yeah.
I do understand that if that was the situation. I don't know if that's what happened.
Right.
But that could be what was advised.
Okay. Question. Defense is building their case around postpartum psychosis. I would love to know your opinions about it. You haven't mentioned it once. Okay. Defense is building their case around postpartum psychosis.
Well, none of the doctors said she had psychosis. Psychosis is disorganization in thinking. You can't have cognitive thoughts. You can't have cognitive thoughts to check if something is real or not real.
Okay. She seemed pretty sane.
Every one of them said that she had like she was able to be like forward thinking, like she was a planner.
Okay.
She was always presented. She wasn't disheveled.
Okay.
She would always follow the rules.
Okay. So no postpartum psychosis.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or at least not any that they could see and or find.
Well, here's the thing. If there's something wrong with your brain, like say you had a brain injury and they can scan it and see your brain injury and you didn't act that way before, but that's a medical thing. That is something we can actually see.
Yeah, you can see, feel, touch.
All of this other stuff, there's no tests to prove any of it. It's just
all
based
in your
on
brain.
me telling you what I feel.
And we don't really know much about the mind at all.
And every doctor she saw said that pretty much the same thing, that she was able to talk, to reason, to advocate for herself, that maybe she seemed depressed or sad, maybe she seemed anxious, but none of them seemed like she had psychosis. None of them mentioned that. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, is there more to that question?
She says, yes, they do. But
yes, who does?
She is watching the trial. She's Invisible Woman said, yes, they do. Your wife needs to rewatch the trial.
I've been watching the trial, and I'm actually so over this trial because it's just made me see how ridiculous it is to not take accountability for your actions. So
it is. It's no different than what's going on in the rest of the world, right? So I had the kid who stabbed the kid at the track meet. Okay, come on, people. Like, why are you even bringing a knife to the track meet? But again, when you look at all the evidence and then how the people are acting, it's like, it's just the world we live in nowadays. I don't know. It seems like it's only getting worse. But again, there's no, if you do something, there's consequences. But the world seems, the laws, what I've learned as a cop, the laws are protect the bad people. They hinder the good people and they protect the bad people.
One of the things her attorney, the defense attorney, said to one of the doctors was, did you give her a hug?
Maybe that would have worked. Sometimes you need a good hug.
That's not usually the protocol for medical doctors to give you a hug.
Well, I just saw it where a therapist essayed one of his clients in the middle of their meeting. Yes. So I guess he got the bonus plan.
Yeah. And they use this word anxiety. Anxiety is just thrown around so much in our country. It's pretty meaningless to me.
I've seen it. I've dealt with it my whole career. People, I'm so anxious. And I do like a 10-year-old. What are you anxious about? You're 10.
I was anxious coming in here. I'm not now, but I was.
She was anxious. She's nervous because you're about to do something. You have human emotions. It's okay. You don't need to take a pill to get rid of all that stuff. You need that. That's what keeps you alive. That's your spider sense. You know what I mean? You don't want to dull that. Because even after my second shooting way back in like 2006, they put me on a couple of things because I was angry, and I did not like those. The serotonin things, Zoloft, all that. It made me numb. It made me not care about anything at all. And my buddies pulled me aside and they were like, dude, you need to get off this stuff because your spider sense is gone and you're going to die. That's what that medicine does to you. I took some of those medicines that are on this list and they made me feel absolutely horrible and I did not like it at all. So my brother, God rest his soul, who took his own life 10, 12 years ago now, 14
How many
years ago?
psychiatrists had he
He
seen?
saw every shrink in the world. He took all the medicines and he told me flat out, and when he got off the medicines, he goes, they're making me worse. I hate them. And then he didn't like this world at all. So, but again, it's hard. It's so hard with the brain, the mind, with psychiatry. it's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answers at all. Other than when something's bothering you, it's best to reach out to your support system. Let them help you, but you're going to have to really fix yourself. It's nice to vent to other people, but if I'm looking to tell her all of my problems and then I'm expecting her to solve them, no. It's just like when I was a cop and I show up at your house on a domestic. You and your husband are fighting. You think I'm going to fix a 20-year marriage in 5 minutes or 10 minutes of talking to you guys? It's not happening. You know what I mean? It's not feasible. It's not realistic. So, okay. So Lindsay.
Any other questions?
Oh yeah. Any other questions? You know, all the people doing the Tupac investigation through the years. That happened in '96. I do remember some of the names. Some people are asking me to do that case. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. It's just so old, and I mean, it's Tupac, and I like Tupac. I like some of his songs.
Why don't you put a 1 in the chat if you want Bryon to do that?
I'll tell you what, though. True story, people. When I took Suge Knight, my buddy arrested Suge Knight, and I had to transport him. And I took him to jail. And I said, hey, Suge, what do you want to listen to on the way down to jail? And he says, what do you got? And I said, I got Tupac. And he goes, perfect. So I cranked Changes, the song Changes by Tupac, all the way down to jail for Suge Knight. I know I'm not saying he's not a nice guy, but I wanted to give him a decent trip to jail. He didn't, for what he was getting arrested for, I thought was completely stupid. And he said that was the best trip to jail he's ever had, and he'll remember it for the rest of his life. So see, making a difference, people, making a difference. Even though Suge Knight, he's in jail now, but what are you gonna do?
I think he does a podcast.
He probably does from jail, you know. But yeah, I actually took Suge Knight to jail one night. Yeah. Hello, Bryon. A different subject. Have you been following the Nolan Wells investigation in Massachusetts? If yes, what do you think about the lack of police investigation? I've been taking a break from YouTube, honestly. I haven't watched any police stuff. It angers me. Part of the reasons why I haven't put out some videos in a while. Sometimes it's hard for me to watch those videos. I get angry, and I just don't want to do it sometimes. So I don't know who Nolan Wells is. Do you?
No, I don't know that case.
I haven't been following anybody, people. When I say I am a ghost, I'm a ghost. No news. The only thing I know is AI and aliens are going to come and kill us within the next year or two. I think. That's what I hear. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm so done. And then the crooked politicians and all this. It's just craziness. And sometimes it's too much. So I limit myself. Can you go over the new Proctor and Good text? Well, I mean, what's there to go over, really? What did I say from day one? Come on. What did I say from day one? People? Proctor was going to get terminated, which he did. I said that from day one. From day one, I also said now they're going to have to go back and look at every single case he did, because how many innocent people did he put behind bars? And they are. This is not his first rodeo. And I said, what else is on that phone? And that's what I said. So I don't need to go over the text. I know they're disgusting, vulgar, and they should never they should never exist, being he's a cop. In his position, no. So, no, fuck him. That's what he gets. So I don't feel bad for him at all. He was a dirty cop. He tried to put an innocent woman behind bars, and he's probably put innocent people behind bars.
Can I say something about Karen
Fuck
Reed?
Proctor. Okay.
When we got to meet her, what a sweet, wonderful, kind, nice woman.
She's a teeny little thing. Like literally.
Tiny little
man,
thing.
she's like 90
put her
pounds.
on my shoulders.
I can put her in my pocket.
Yeah, such a sweet woman, though. Like, it's a completely different situation to rally around Karen than it is the situation with Lindsay.
Yeah, we're not rallying around Lindsay.
Well, no, there are people.
Well, there are people. Yeah, well,
they're out there.
Well, they rallied around Manson.
That's true. They did rally around Manson.
This is the world that they'll rally around anybody. And guess what? That's okay. Yeah. That's okay. If that's what you want to do, fucking A, Godspeed. You know what I mean? You do you, boo. You do you. You do you. But don't make me do you.
Yeah.
Or don't make me agree with what you're doing. That's all. Other than that, man, I don't care what people do. I don't care. Just don't make me do it. Right? I got my life. And you got yours.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Yeah, the fallout's still going on after Karen Reed. It is. I still see some stuff. Yeah, no, I think I just watched a video. I did watch Microdot's new video, which I loved. Microdot's how they were kind of going after him for. They said his video intimidated Higgy.
Really?
Yeah, Higgins. Was it Higgins? Pretty sure it was Higgins. If I'm wrong, tell me in the chat. But it was Higgins, right? He said he was like scared everywhere he went. He was scared, and I'm like,
That's called guilt.
yeah, come on, boy, come on. Don't be a wussy, bro. Come on. He said he was scared for his life. Come on.
Really?
Stop.
In that small town?
Yeah, and any cop who walks around and says I'm scared for my life is bullshit. Because then I'm sorry, then you even shouldn't even have been a cop. No.
Yeah.
All right. Have you heard of the missing Tupac files? No.
And it's probably a conspiracy that
I don't know. No. But I did ask Suge. I tell you what. Back to Suge. I didn't ask him who shot Tupac. I didn't ask that. I just didn't think it was appropriate. But I did say, "Hey, man, can you tell me about what happened in the car? Like when you got shot?" I said, "But that must have been really scary." I said, "But you got shot, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, I still have the fragment in my head." And I was like, "Damn, okay." But he was, you could tell it affected him. He is a hard man. Yeah. Suge Knight, everybody knows. And he is a unaliver of many people. Yeah. And he was very intimidating. Allegedly. And he was very intimidating, right? Allegedly. And that you could see it in his eyes, how he felt about that. You could see he was coming to tears. Like it was still hurt him all these years later. So, you could be the hardest man, but you can still feel, So I did ask him that. I should have asked him who shot him.
I didn't share my fun stats here. But 41% of Americans believe in ghosts, 11% consult tarot cards, 30% consult astrology, tarot cards, or fortune tellers, 58% believe in Satan, 59% believe in hell, 55% do not believe in evolution as true. So why would it be so hard to believe that it could have been a demonic thing? However, that doesn't excuse you because you still have free will to choose to do the right thing.
Correct.
That's big age for me,
Correct. Be thankful I'm not in charge. If I was Thanos with the gauntlet, I'd be snapping. I'd be snapping crazy. Social media, gone. All these phones, most of them, gone. Get back to talking to people,
And can I just add one more thing? Like there's no accurate blood test that can measure serotonin levels in the brain.
Yep.
And the same thing with dopamine. So if those are the things that they're trying to adjust, so it is just, it's a shot in the dark, so, and I want to reiterate, I am not being insensitive.
Just like Ozzy said.
I'm not being insensitive about what happened, but
no.
She did do it, and that's not being disputed that she did it. She did not pass out and a demon took over her body and dealt it all because she remembers doing it. She remembers doing it. She was a participant in it.
We're not doing anything other than discussing this case.
And if you're a mom and you're struggling and you want to message me and you need some support, message me and we can talk.
So
so I'm not being insensitive to any mother out there that struggles or any man out there that struggles.
No, I'm trying to find out possibly, why she did it. But
what
again,
do you always say?
You can't look for logic in an illogical act because you'll never find it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes people die. People are dying today. Someone's going to die in Las Vegas today. Maybe a couple people. On her birthday, someone's going to die.
Yeah.
That's life. We had a guy just died the other day at the hotel doing CPR. Old guy. What can you do? God rest his soul. It is what it is. That's life.
Yeah.
That's why you got to enjoy your life. You never know. 1 minute you're here. The next minute, you ain't.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Love God. Love your family. Try to be a good citizen of this world.
Yeah.
And be on the side of good. Don't take up for evil. There's plenty of people that really need a helping hand and need support. People that that are actually innocent people, like Karen Reed.
Yeah.
If everybody wants to rally behind a woman, get behind Karen Reed.
Yeah.
And this was not about this is not about I know her attorney is trying to make it sound like it's women. It's a problem for women. Women aren't getting proper care and things like that. And again, I just feel like that feeds into the lunacy of you
It
know,
sounds like she got all the care she could get. It sounded
sounds
like
like she
she
got all the care
reached
she could
out to
get.
a lot of people. She had a crazy support system around her.
Mhm.
Sometimes bad things just take place.
Yeah.
Bad things happen. And then everybody wants to point the finger. But again, accountability. Lindsay did this. Now she's going to jail for the rest of her life. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Is that not good
I
enough?
think people don't want her to go to jail.
Well, she's got to go to jail, people, because she committed the crime.
Mm.
So now you're telling me that people should be able to commit those kinds of crimes against 3 kids and not do any time? Well, then why should we put anybody in jail for that crime?
Mm.
Why don't we just have Walking Dead, open murder across the entire streets, weapons free
Purge.
for everybody, called the Purge? Why? Because everybody would be dead. That's why.
God came up with human government. God,
Yeah, the
ordained
government
law
was
and order. Yeah.
all from the Bible. Everything, law and order, all from the Bible. Everything, court system, everything. So let the court system do their thing. You can, if you want to rally around Lindsay, go ahead. It doesn't matter to me. But she did the crime, so she's going to do the time. That's it. That's all there is to say.
Yeah.
I think we've covered that enough.
And we don't even see where. I mean, even if there was no evidence gathered, it doesn't matter. She admitted it. But I know you said they used
admissions. Admissions not enough.
Have to prove the case.
Yeah, you got to prove the case. You got to prove the case because some people, like with Tupac. Let's say this guy, I don't know his name, Keefe D. Let's say, all right, he comes out. I shot Tupac. Okay, cool. You got any proof? Nah. But I'm going back to prison, and I want to be known as the guy who shot Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you see how easy that could be. So that's another reason why I'm not jumping on the Tupac thing. It's like,
I'll start watching.
some people just want the notoriety, and they don't care. They'll go to their grave thinking that they want people to know, they think that I was the guy who shot Tupac. And again, just like with these kids, it doesn't matter who shot them. They're gone. Nothing's bringing them back. Just like with Charlie Kirk. A lot of people ask me to do a Charlie Kirk video.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, but I'm not. You know why? Because Charlie's gone. Well, who gives a shit? Who shot him?
We know who shot him.
We know who shot him. But
Well, you
again,
don't say
there's a, well, I'm sorry. We care. I mean, but Tyler shot him. He admitted it. They have blah, blah, blah.
They have all the evidence.
That's it. After that, I don't give a shit. This kid's going to jail. But even then, now there's.
Care about Erica
I care about all of them because it was a horrible thing. I liked Charlie Kirk.
He was
What I'm
executed and martyred.
right,
for his
but what I'm
Christian faith.
correct. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I don't like the fact that nowadays you see the facts and the evidence right in front of people, and some people say, "No, I don't believe it."
Mm-hmm.
That bothers me. As a cop, that's all you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have is the facts and the evidence. That's it. Other than that, it's just what? Hearsay and word of mouth?
It's opinion. It's
Opinions? Yeah.
feelings.
That's not good enough, people. That's not good enough.
Yeah, you have a woman
Mhm.
making a whole living of just besmirching and belittling and accusing Erica Kirk and Charlie's friends of horrible, horrific
Yeah, so
things. Anybody that gives her any time of day shows me that you are as brain dead as a shoe. And I'm sorry if that insults people.
Well, who cares?
But it's just like the people that think that this woman should walk.
People
You
insult
can
me.
have compassion, but you still demand justice.
Yeah, yeah.
Justice
Correct.
does not, it's justice for the children.
Yeah, justice. Yep.
And
Yeah.
don't worry, one day Lindsay, unless she becomes to faith in Jesus Christ as her Lord and Savior, will face the Lord for
Yeah,
punishment
she
for what
will.
she did.
Yeah.
So, but she's got time.
Yeah,
So
she's got
that is
time.
grace and mercy from the Lord today on her.
Yeah.
And that is far greater than any mercy any of us can offer her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's why I really wanted to buffer this with saying we're just having a discussion about this case. She wanted to give me all the evidence, and then that way I could give my dissertation of what I thought. And again, as long as she's going to prison, that's acceptable because the punishment should fit the crime.
The fact that she wants to be an advocate for postpartum psychosis and stuff to me is almost laughable at this point. You obviously, why?
Spokesperson for what?
Postpartum psychosis or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Why would you go take advice from a woman?
hand
that
out
has
weapons?
3 children.
Welcome to the class, y'all. What do you need? You need a Glock? Here's a Glock for you.
It's like
Got you a katana sword. No, for what you did, you unalived your kids. I'm not talking.
Humble yourself.
Yeah, I'm not
Take
listening and getting advice
accountability.
from you. No.
The best thing she could do is make a statement that she did the wrong thing. It's not
Um,
about the other people. It's about
yeah.
what she did. I mean, I know she won't.
Ultimately, it affects just their family.
Right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So you can rally around anybody you want. It's your life. You do what you want. But again, I go with, look, if they're guilty, that's it. That's it. Charlie's not coming back. Tyler's going to jail. If there's conspiracies about everything, then that's what it is. I hate the fact that they're like, well, he couldn't have done this because of this, and he couldn't have done this because of this. Oh, I just want the facts, man. If the facts list, he's guilty. And the evidence. Sorry.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to agree with me on that, that's cool. But I go with the facts and the evidence.
And the facts
Period.
don't care about your feelings.
And the facts don't care about your feelings. The facts don't care about your gender. The facts don't care about anything. They're just facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh, it's my truth. No, there's one truth. That's the truth. If you see the truth differently, then that's called your opinion, not your truth. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But again, the fact that we even have to talk about this is depressing. See, maybe I need a pill. I need to go find a psychiatrist because right now I'm a little depressed talking about this. All right. Any other questions? If you watch the actual trial, you would know the real facts. There was nothing but misinformation. All right. Well, again, everybody can watch the trial and everybody sees what they want. Melissa might not see everything that you see. So again, everybody's like, well, you didn't see that? You didn't see that? No.
I did. I saw it all, and I saw that they did not prove. No.
There you go.
I'm going to say no.
But again, see, Tiff's opinion is different than yours. So that's okay.
Tiff, I love you. We can have different opinions.
Yeah.
I'm glad you support the channel, but we can agree to disagree.
Yes.
And you can have a great day.
Yes.
And I can have a great day.
Yes. Like that. That's what I don't understand. People get mad. Like take it personal.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I don't care.
Yeah.
No.
I don't look, I get comments every day from people, and some of them are rude as hell, and it doesn't bother me. You gotta let that shit slide.
Even your hate makes me I don't do well.
But even then, we are allowed to have different opinions of people. Yeah. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I have a friend who's an atheist, and he's like, hey, tell me about the Bible, and we'll talk about stuff. We don't get angry at each other. I'm not yelling at him. We have a discussion, and that's what leads us to great things. Being able to talk about stuff without getting angry and thinking, well, fuck, you're a fucking idiot, fuck you, and then it goes bad.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, and that's okay. But what shows is how you live your life. That's the difference. Is how you live your life, and then people around you see it. I don't believe in organized religion. Yeah, religion is not even in the Bible. It's about a relationship, not about religion.
Jesus was a Jewish man practicing a Jewish faith. He upheld the Jewish law, which is how he was able to be the sacrificial lamb for the sins of the world. Yeah. So organized religion, I don't know what you mean by that. The Bible is full of religion. Jesus never hated religion. He didn't teach against religion. I know churches like to say that.
Yeah. It's about a relationship.
It's about a relationship with Jesus. And then, yes, you would want to go to church because you would want to be around other people.
Yeah, other believers.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. But
you do you.
I agree with you too, though. Yeah, religion is, I believe in a relationship with Jesus. That's it. Religion. Meh. Any other questions?
About this case.
About this case, yeah.
Let's try it.
Right. And somebody, I think, stuck up for us. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we're just giving our opinion. Again.
And I don't want people to be mean to other people in this chat. Like, be nice and be respectful. You can disagree, but do it respectfully. Yeah. I remember you guys used to have somebody come in and say Karen was guilty, but the person was always respectful.
Yeah. Well, I always say, hey, if you think Karen's guilty, explain it to me. Tell me how. Show me. Yeah. Show me the evidence that leads me to Karen being guilty, because everything I see leads me the other direction.
Yeah.
But if you can change my mind, do it.
But see, there are still people that think she's guilty, even though we had the crash daddy show us
that it was impossible.
With the proper experiment, and then the prosecution brought in.
See, again,
don't believe your lying eyes, I guess.
Ignorant people.
Yeah.
Even with Karen Reed. Well, I don't believe that. Well, they just showed you. They just proved it. Well, I still don't believe it. Mm-hmm. Well, what do you do with that? What do you do with it? Nothing. You say, okay, you don't believe me. Have a nice day.
I think this case is a lot harder because it's nothing you can actually see. There's no proof. There's no medical test. There's no medical proof.
Correct. This is
what mental illness is, a very tricky thing.
Correct. Well, it's kind of like with a lot. Some people wanted me to do a video on Mackenzie Fitzsimmons.
Yeah.
And I I didn't feel the need to do a video on it because I gave my opinion on that. I believe Mackenzie. Fitzsimmons, right? I believe her. I believe that she was not going to hurt those officers. With everything I saw leading up to that, I believe she was going to hurt herself. And then they did that. But I believe there was some shady stuff going on. But, you know, again, a whole video on it. I don't know. A woman's not going to fight 3 cops after just having a baby, especially her size. 3 grown cops in uniform. Come on. Now, I believe her 100%. And then after I said that, the videos came up with her people kicking the doors and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, there you go. You know, you think my wife's going to fight 3 grown men? No.
Just don't open the door.
No. Kelsey. Sorry.
Kelsey.
What did I say?
Mackenzie.
Oh.
But that's a pretty name too.
Yeah, Mackenzie. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of Mackenzie Dern, the UFC fighter. I just watched the UFC. So. Mackenzie. All right. Kelsey. Sorry. Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Correct. Not supporting the channel any longer. No different opinion. Raw benefit. Will not support the channel any longer. What?
Who was that?
Not different opinion. Wrong info.
It's not.
It's again. You see how people get angry.
Wait a second. Why is your opinion the right opinion, and then Bryon and I's opinion are wrong? See, this is what's wrong. You can't agree to disagree and just be like, we have different opinions. I saw the trial through my eyes, not your eyes.
So that's like a child. I'm mad at you because you don't agree with me, so I'm going to hurt you by not supporting your channel. Don't care. Bye. You see how easy that is? Yeah, don't fuck with me. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be rude, but, you know, my opinion is my opinion, and you're going to break balls about it. I told you in the beginning, and I even told Steve, we're going to ruffle some feathers today. And I was like, you know what? And I don't care. You know why? Because it's my show. You guys want to give your opinions? Do a show. But anyway, I don't want to get angry at people. You know what I mean? If you want to leave, that's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you at all. Any other questions? Where's the Goodmans at? Are they in there? Afraid of not mental health issues. Just watch it for the first time and I'm here. Well, Danielle, welcome. 100% support. And I see differently than you guys. Okay, cool. That's okay. You totally can. That's what's so cool about this. I will never be upset about you for that.
About what?
They don't agree with us, but they support us. So, and that's okay. Lindsay said she didn't. Glad to see Bryon. You look great. Glad to hear your wife in the background. Agree with you both. People are having a hard time. Yeah, it's
a terrible.
It's a touchy situation, and her and I talked about this before the past day. But I didn't want her to feed me any information. But I told her when you have kids and children unalived, it's the worst thing you could have. It's the worst thing on earth, right? And people flare up. I get it 100%. But again, that's why we're trying to use kid gloves, and we're trying to be respectful. You know, like I don't even know Lindsay, you know what I mean? I feel bad for her. I feel horrible for what she went through. I feel horrible for that she did that. For the children, that's horrible. Now the father's got to live. Patrick's got to live his rest of his life with that. I mean, come on, people. It's a horrible situation. Getting mad at each other solves nothing, does nothing. Again, and everybody can have their own opinions about it. But you got to remember, everybody is different. You know, everybody wears different shoes, different clothes. It's okay. So we appreciate that. But yeah, anytime there's kids, it's hard. All right. Any other questions?
People act like if I saw Lindsay, I'd walk up and punch her or something, and I wouldn't do that.
No.
That would be. Here's the thing, though. Like, she still did it.
Yeah, she still did it. What's up, Steve? About to wrap this.
What's going on? I heard there was a live stream today. Sorry, I missed it.
I told you we were going to ruffle some feathers today.
Yeah. And for I mean, I can't speak to this case because I've seen very little of it. So whether you guys got the facts right, wrong, I can't say. I mean,
well, Melissa's watching the trial and she takes notes, and trust me, she's got like 15 pages of notes over here. My wife is a good note taker.
And the
trust me.
trial's not over yet.
And the trial's not over yet. It's not over yet. And again, we're not trying to sway people. This wasn't about any of this.
On the jury. If you're on the jury and you're watching, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So what do you got for us, Steve?
But I did want to address some super stickers and things that we got
Nice.
from early on Root Beer Float, which I think Root Beer
Thank
Float
you.
might be mad at you by now, but
That's okay.
super sticker from them. So thank you. The Goodmans have been members for 21 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Love the
glad to see
goodness.
you.
Thank you,
They're the
guys.
heavyweight
Supporters.
champs.
And I think they're still here because I think they just, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. We had a big discussion going on, and you know,
They just now sent another super chat.
oh, thank you.
And Jody sent us a super chat 4 months. Has it been
I
4
know,
months?
I know, I know.
No,
It's been a minute. It's been a while, man.
it
Yeah,
has
I
been a
mean,
minute.
yeah,
But
you
we've
know,
been getting lots of emails in the background, and I know you see them. You did the Ross shooting, and you had your partner
mhm,
who decided that they got shot at and they were going to leave and let you
mhm,
handle that by yourself.
mhm.
We got a couple emails on that, and I think Doug Papa also
Yeah,
did a video about that. But
yeah.
I hear he's working, I think, in Albuquerque now, and I don't know if his supervisor or some of his coworkers reached out. Did you happen to
I
talk to
talked to him.
them at all?
I did.
Anything you can say about that?
Oh,
To set this up, if
I'll
you
just
guys
leave it
haven't
right.
seen the Ross shooting, no?
No, I mean, you could tell them about. Yeah, it was the matter of fact. It was just the 10 days ago was the
Anniversary.
anniversary. 8 year was 2000. No, 2018. Yeah, 8 years. 8 year anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah, there was an active shooter at a Ross store. His partner showed up, got shot at, and bolted and just said, "I'm out," leaving Bryon to address the whole situation himself, which, again, there's a whole video on that. But I guess that was his last day on LVMPD.
No, that was the last day in patrol. Yeah, because I was on admin leave for a while, but then after that, I got
No,
sent.
the other
No,
one.
his last day.
Oh yeah, no, he will not be joining us for the rest of his life.
Yeah. No, no, no.
Oh no.
Your partner is now working in
Oh,
New
he.
Mexico,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Well, whatever. But yeah, I talked to some people.
Okay, yeah. So
That's
he's
all I'll
still
say
a
about
cop.
that.
It'd be kind of scary to have him kind
Yep,
of
he's still a cop.
come
Yeah.
to save your life.
Yeah. No, he's not coming to save your life. Nope, he's not coming to save your life. Again, he's failed on multiple critical incidents, and he's probably going to have problems in the future, but not because of me, only because of the way he is. And yeah, that's going to be a problem. Which always leads to people save yourself. Don't think the cops are always coming to save you. You need to save yourself.
Summer said we have a question. People are asking if we think she deserves jail or a mental health facility. What do you believe?
Jail. Jail.
Yeah, I think jail too.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because, well, I'll just say it, I don't believe mental health is a real thing. I think it's a created thing in this country. And so she's going to be in there and just be medicated and almost not experimented on, but
You
just
haven't
different.
met any crazy people then, huh? I'm sure
Yeah,
Bryan's run into lots of crazy people.
Well, I don't know if I see. I don't know if I.
But why are they crazy? That's the whole thing, and that's a whole.
Are they on drugs?
That's a whole.
Brain is a very the brain is a very complex thing, and sometimes
Correct.
it short circuits.
Right, and we don't, and the doctor, even the
I
brain
think
doctor.
mental health is a real thing.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think
brain injuries.
but you're talking brain injuries.
I'm not talking brain injuries.
Yeah.
That's a completely different.
Yeah.
That is something that can be seen, scanned. Yeah. You know.
Because even the brain doctors tell you they still don't know how the brain completely works.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of it's a mystery, and I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's like witchcraft, you hocus pocus, whatever. So.
Yeah. People want an update on Gonzo.
What's that?
People want an update on Gonzo. Have you talked to him?
Yeah, Gonzo's doing good. He's no longer with me at where I work. He left, so he's working with the legislation police now. So he's doing good.
How are his parents?
His parents are good. His parents are good. Yep. So life is good for the G-man. He's getting ready to move up to Idaho, I think, in a year. He wants to get out of here. So.
All right. Well, that's all I got. I don't have much to add, but.
All right. Well, then, yeah. I mean, if that's if there's no more questions, it's good to see everybody. She's on Suicide Watch Daily. Yeah, of course she is. Mental health illness can ruin families. Yeah. She'll never see jail time. Yeah. I mean, maybe not. They might put her in a mental health place. The only thing, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it really doesn't matter to me one way or the other.
Yeah,
my life goes on.
Yeah.
but prison is very different than the mental health facility. You know, that's not for me to decide. So honestly, my opinion is irrelevant. I don't care. It's up to the jury and then the doctors and everybody else to decide if she goes to jail or mental health. I don't care. I think she'll have a worse time in jail. That's why I picked jail. Jail sucks. Smells, the food shitty. It sucks. So mental health is going to be a lot nicer. It's going to be more like a hotel. So, you know, I'm just thinking it'll be better for jail.
Yeah, and I think it's different too because like in a mental health in quotes hospital, like she'll get like right now she's getting visitations and stuff with her family. Like our jails here, our prisoners here, they don't get that. You get to see people through a video.
Yeah, video
I don't
chat.
think she deserves any special treatment than any, you know, in that regard, like because she didn't have an accident and then she ended up there, you know, and then she should get to be treated in a special way. Like there's she shouldn't get any preferential.
She unalived her 3 kids. Right. That's what I go back to.
Yeah.
That's what matters to me.
Yeah.
Nothing else. She unalived her 3 kids. She should go to jail.
Mm-hmm. It's
Period.
a consequence.
Consequences.
Yeah.
Consequences for your actions. That's it.
And if you want to blame mental health, blame whatever.
You can blame whatever you want. No matter to us. Either way, we're going to celebrate her birthday. So you can hit me with the hate chats later, and you know. But it's okay.
Thank you, Summer, for moderating.
Yeah, thank you everybody for showing up.
For moderating.
Thank you everybody for hanging out. If there's no more questions, Steve and I are still working on. We do have one video that we're still working on, and I'll try to get some videos out. I know. Keep emailing me if you have anything you want me to review, because there was a couple people that sent me some videos and I liked it. ask@lvcopstv.com. So you send it there, or a video clip or whatever, send it to me. I'll watch it and then maybe review it right here on the channel. Cora Dawson Cowan. Yeah. Rest in peace. What else? That's it?
I think that's it.
That's about it.
That's about it. Yeah. Watching these trials is very emotionally draining.
Yeah, and it's like I said, and I've been keeping my distance on almost a lot of stuff. It was for me, it's just been life, work, guitar, jujitsu, home. That's really all I do. And I was rolling like 5 days a week, and that's how I broke my wrist. So I don't watch the stuff anymore. It bothers me. It triggers me. The cops doing dumb stuff. And then I did see, I might cover the LVMPD. I'll probably cover those 2. The shootings we had here, the female got shot, and then poor Austin, rest in peace to Austin, who was killed in the line of duty. That's horrible. 3 years on. 3 years. I think he was 32 years old. 3 years on. Horrible. So his funeral was last week. What? I can't hear. What? Just say it.
Oh, everybody, our son is a realtor at Simply Vegas. Please reach out
That's
if
right.
you need a house.
Correct. Let me hit the plugs.
Yeah.
Simply Vegas, great real estate. This is where we film, right? And my son, Declan, is a realtor now. And he works for Simply Vegas for Jonathan. So if you need a house, see Jonathan Jacobs or Declan at Simply Vegas in Las Vegas if you're in the Las Vegas area.
Or you want a vacation home.
Or you want a vacation home. And all.
Declan's also doing rentals. So if you need help finding your rental.
Yes. My son is going off into real estate. So we'll help him out as much as we can. Also, if you're in the Las Vegas area and you are a security guard or a law enforcement officer, get your butt down to Zangief Jiu-Jitsu. Get training. Get your butt whooped. It's good for you. Tell them LV Cops TV sent you. And I'm there Thursday through Sunday if you want to roll with me. Come down. Get your butt kicked.
If you want to give your opinion. No,
you want to get, yeah. Come down and give me your opinion while we roll. That would be fun.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I won't hurt you too bad.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing 2 hours of your birthday with us.
Of course, of course.
All right. Any other questions? Nothing? Baja Hot Daddy Gucci. Ember. Thanks for being.
That's Summer.
I know.
And then Ember is melted sugar.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you.
So, all right, let's get out of here. All right, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Hopefully we made a difference today.
Make sure you guys are checking your notifications.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't get anything from a channel for a while, you won't get any notifications.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even get notifications on my own channel.
Yeah.
It's weird. So make sure you turn on your notifications, like, subscribe, hit us on Instagram, all that stuff. You guys know what to do. Thanks for watching. All those still serving, have a safe tour of duty. And make a difference in someone's life. Stay classy, Las Vegas.
1 Sam 5 and 1 Sam 6, copy of 425 call.
Copy. 1 Sam 5 en route.
1 Sam 6, copy, en route.